Hey guys, it's ItsDanniFandom here. Ignore my AC running in the background. It's hot as hell over here today, even though it's 7 in the morning. So, just bear with me on that. I'm making this video because, I had a long discussion with Steven about my, like, the future of this channel, as well as our future together as a couple, and all that jazz. Essentially, we're getting closer and closer to our goal of moving out of my parents' place and into our own. But in order to, really make that dream a reality, I would have to make a decision on putting YouTube on the back burner and getting a, I guess, real-life job. Not like this, but, I know that you guys enjoy what I do and you wouldn't want that. And I certainly don't want that, because I want to make this my job, because I love doing this. I love being able to voice act and stream and do all that fun stuff with you guys. So we talked, and we came to the conclusion that if I make a new tier on my Patreon and set it to just $1, and if 1,000 people would do that tier, then we could definitely afford to live on our own, and I could afford to make this my job. I figured that, I would ask you guys for help with this, given that you guys have been so incredibly kind and generous to me lately, especially in recent times since I reached 10K, which, again, thank you guys so much for helping me reach that. But, I don't like asking, like, for favors money-wise, but at the same time, I kind of need this because I want to make this my job so I can continue to do this and continue to pump out more content, and I also need the money so I can afford to make bigger, high-quality productions for my audios and stuff. I've already spent close to $200 in commissions for my latest FNAF project, and I want to be able to actually afford to not only pay bills and food and rent and all that, but I also want to be able to have money to make more stuff for you guys, like more higher production stuff, like for Blue Diamond, for Camilla, for FNAF, stuff like that. So I'm asking this from, like, the bottom of my heart. Like, there are 10,050 of you guys, 10,050 something of you guys on this channel, like, subscribe to me. If just 1,000 of you, just 1,000, hell, even 500, if just 500 of you guys, like, subscribe to my Patreon for just the $1 tier, like, if you guys were just kind enough to donate $1 a month to my Patreon, I would be able to afford to live on my own with Steven, and we'd be able to, you know, make it, instead of having to mooch off my parents. And no offense to my parents, they're great people, but I'm about to be 25. As of this recording, I'm about to be 25, and still living with my parents at 25 makes me feel kind of shitty. So, yeah. If I could just get 500 people to be kind enough to donate $1 monthly to my Patreon, I'd be able to do this full time. I'm already doing this full time, but the way that things are going, I won't be able to do it anymore, because I'll have to take responsibility and like, get an actual job to pay for things. And so far this has been able to cover things, but, like, because my parents have been kind enough to not charge too much for rent, but the real world isn't so kind. So just, please, if you guys have the money and you guys want to see more of the content that I put out, I implore you guys to check out my Patreon. If you guys want to see the content that I make before it comes out, both safe for work and not safe for work, I have 2 other tiers, a $3 one and a $9 one. Feel free to check those out also if you're curious, but all I'm asking for is the $1 one. The $1 one will be enough. I really, 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 really want to make this work. I want to make this my job. I want to make this my job. I want to continue doing this. I don't want to put it on the back burner just because the real world is cruel. So I'm asking, I never thought I would be asking for this, but I'm asking for you guys to please consider it. Please don't do it if you guys don't think that you, like, if you can't afford it. But for those who can, I'm asking kindly if you guys could please consider it. Well, there's that. Thank you guys so much for listening to this. Sorry that it's kind of, out of the blue, but, I figured I'd ask. So, yeah.